हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू आवर चैनल शिक्षक जंक्शन, क्योंकि अब नहीं तो कब। दिस इज आयुषी अग्रवाल एंड वी विल कंटिन्यू आवर लास्ट लेक्चर ऑन द टॉपिक रिप्रोडक्टिव हेल्थ, है ना। हम ये रिप्रोडक्टिव हेल्थ पढ़ रहे थे और इसी रिप्रोडक्टिव हेल्थ में हम आज अपना ये इस लेक्चर में जो अपना पूरा टॉपिक है उसको ख़त्म करेंगे। आवर नेक्स्ट लेक्चर विल बी कंप्लीटली ऑन द क्वेश्चन आंसर पार्ट। Okay, so now we will start on with this medical termination of pregnancy, that is MTP. Now what to discuss in this part? Some short small topics are left, so we will continue with that. तो सबसे पहले आएंगे what actually this MTP is. What it is the intentional or voluntary termination of pregnancy before full term is known as this MTP. Another name of this MTP is known as what? It is known as induced abortion. Why? Because we are getting it terminated before the full term, right? The government of India legalized this MTP in the year 1974, but yes, obviously with some strict conditions in order to avoid its misuse, because each and every terminology has its use, or each and every technology has its use and misuse. So this was legalized but under stringent conditions. Now why it is a requirement to go for this MTP? So there are some points, and those points are: first one, to get rid of the unwanted pregnancies that are either due to the casual unprotected intercourse or the failure of contraceptives that are used during the coitus. Okay, this is a very common point. Another one, next point, next important terminal or next important reason why there is need to terminate this pregnancy before the full term is it becomes essential, especially in the cases where the continuation of this gestation period could be harmful, or it can even be fatal to either the mother or the fetus or both. So that is why also it is usually done. And some other points can also be included in this particular thing, as in if the fetus has been detected with some of the disease, and if the parent do not want to continue this particular period, then this is terminated. Why? Because the disease can be genital, and if the parents are not ready to give the birth to the baby with that particular disease, then also it is done. However, nowadays there are certain methodologies, certain therapies that can be given after the birth in order to cure those diseases, but it's all up to the couples who either wish or do not. Okay, now this MTP is considered relatively safe during the first trimester. Now what actually this first trimester is, you all know that is up to the 12 weeks of pregnancy, and the second trimester abortions, that is after 12 weeks when the second trimester starts, these abortions become riskier. So it is advisable by the professionals to, if they all want, it should be done only during this 12 weeks. Okay, now moving on to another small topic of this particular lecture, that is the sexually transmitted diseases. This STD is also a very important part of someone's knowledge. Why? Because these diseases are actually very dangerous if they are not treated early. How? That we are going to discuss in this lecture. Okay, you need not to worry about that. So what these STDs actually are? So the diseases or the infections that are transmitted through the sexual intercourse are called as the STDs, that is sexually transmitted diseases. Some other names of the disease are the venereal diseases, that is VDs, or RTIs. What RTI is? It is reproductive tract infection. So these are some of the names that are given to the STDs. Examples include gonorrhea, syphilis, AIDS, hepatitis V, and genital herpes. Okay, now most often in place of this AIDS, what is generally used is HIV infection. So do not get confused if somewhere this HIV infection is written, because it means AIDS only. Okay, acha, next line is the same only. I have told you, among these HIV infection is most dangerous. Now why it is most dangerous? For that you must know the methodology, the epidemiology part of this HIV infection or this AIDS disease. If you are not well aware of that, do mention that particular thing in the comment section. I'll let you explain that also. Otherwise, I think we are going to discuss in some or the other. In the human health and disease chapter, we are going to discuss that particular portion also. Okay. Now, another very important point is infections like hepatitis V and HIV can also be transmitted by sharing the infected needles or surgical instruments with the infected persons, or even through the transfusion of blood from infected mother to the fetus. So that is how this infection gets transferred. Now this is a misprint form from, usually what happens is hepatitis V and HIV and also this genital herpes are incurable. Okay, they cannot be cured. However, others infections which you have discussed, which you have seen here, like gonorrhea and syphilis, they can be cured, but the condition is diagnosis should be made early and proper treatment should be given. Then only other STDs are often curable. Not often curable, yes, they are completely curable, but for that these conditions are mandatory. Okay, now absence or now why these STDs are more, or why these diseases are termed as fatal, the answer goes here. Okay, absence or less significant symptoms in the early stages, social stigma attached to the STDs refrain people from going for timely detection and proper treatment. See, people are not open to their doctors that they are suffering from such infections. That is why the diseases get severe and in turn they lead to these certain infections. So that is why these particular diseases are fatal and even dangerous, because the very first thing is the symptoms are less significant as compared to the other diseases. Second, the social stigma that is with the people, or social unconsciousness, social unawareness among the people regarding the diseases. They do not tell their doctors if some of the diseases persist for a long duration of time until and unless they feel very harsh or severe symptoms. So these are the certain reasons why these diseases are very fatal or are not given proper care of. Okay. Now, lack of awareness, as I was telling you, what happens due to lack of awareness, it leads to the several complications which includes PIDs. What is PID? It is pelvic inflammatory disease. Next, it leads to abortions, it leads to stillbirths, it leads to ectopic pregnancies, infertility, and even cancer can be due to the negligence towards these particular diseases. Okay, now prevention, these are certain methods which one should go to prevent, and yes, this is very important. If the symptoms are asymptomatic or you are just feeling this is happening within your body, early detection and complete care is necessary. The persons who usually restrain because of the social pressure and going to the doctors and having a checkup, they should not do that. Otherwise, it will lead to several complications which is listed here. That is why I think it is there in your curriculum, so that you may not be a negligent person towards this, and you should know what actually can lead to certain complications, or the lack of awareness can be even fatal to you and your health. So that is why I think these all things are there in your curriculum. So you have to stay positive and you have to look into this particular things as they are there in your curriculum. Okay. Now, another very important topic that we are going to discuss is this infertility. Now, what actually is there within this infertility part? Okay, large number of couples are infertile, right? What is the meaning of actually infertile? It means that they are unable to produce the children, and there can be many reasons for this, like it can be congenital, it can be physical, it can be several diseases as we have already discussed, it can be overuse of the drugs, or it can be immunological also. In fact, there is a physiological reason also. So there can be physiological reasons also that can lead to this infertility, but the condition is there. If the problem is there, then obviously the solution will also be there, and because of the improved technology, special healthcare units which are specially called as infertile clinics are there, which help in the diagnosis and proper treatment of such diseases. Okay, so such treatments are usually included within a category that is known as this assisted reproductive technologies. ART is the short form of this particular technique, you can say, through which the problem can be solved. And within this ART, certain methodologies have been included. What are they? The very first one is this IVF, that is in vitro fertilization. Now by now you must know the difference between in vitro and in vivo. I think you are well aware of that. Okay, if you are not, I'll let you explain here itself in very short. In vitro, see, I am writing it here so that you can know what it is. In vitro means external. Okay, that is getting carried out outside the human body, whereas in vivo it means internal human body. Okay, it is the processes happens internally. So in vivo is inside the body and in vitro means outside the body, but yes, the conditions will be same as that it happens inside the body. So what happens is, in this in vitro fertilization is usually done outside the body. As the name suggests, it is in vitro, but yes, the conditions are almost similar as that they are there within the body. Okay, what happens during this? By embryo transfer. Now what happens is, this particular program is known by a name that is known as test tube baby program. Why it is known as test tube baby program? You will be or you will understand as soon as I'll discuss this particular topic. What happens is, ovum from the female and sperms from the male partner are collected artificially and are induced to form the zygote, but the condition is, because it is happening in vitro conditions, that means the fertilization takes place in the laboratories under stringent conditions. Now what stringent conditions actually means? They means the strict conditions are to be maintained in order to achieve the fertilization process artificially. Now what happens after the fertilization? Zygote gets formed, and this zygote or the early embryos, what do you actually mean by early embryos? It means that embryo up to 8 blastomere stage could then be transferred into the fallopian tube, and this particular process is known as ZIFT. ZIFT means zygote intrafallopian transfer. See, all the terminologies are very simple, and within the name itself the meaning is hidden. See here, zygote intrafallopian, that means zygote is getting directly into the fallopian tube, or it is getting transferred into the fallopian tube. What you have to just remember is, the cells are up to this 8 blastomere stage, right? Embryos with more than 8 blastomeres are transferred directly into the uterus, and that particular condition is known as what? It is known as the intrauterine transfer. So this is another terminology. The condition is with respect to this 8 blastomere stage and more than 8 blastomere stage. Only with respect to the condition or cell stage of the blastomeres, the transferred environment differs, right? Other than this in vitro fertilization, if embryos are formed in vivo, that means inside the body, those embryos can also be used for such transfer for the females who cannot conceive, but yes, who means the fertilization have taken place within the body, but the body does not support the growth of the fetus. So these embryos can also be transferred, or the embryos of the particular condition where the women could not conceive. So for that also, these embryos that are formed in vivo can also be taken out artificially and can be inserted through this ZIFT or IUT. IUT is intrauterine transfer. Another terminology or another methodology that is opted within this test tube baby program is this GIFT. Again, from the name itself, gamete intrafallopian transfer. How it is done, or what it is done, how is it different from the other ZIFT or IUTs? In this, For those who can provide suitable environment for fertilization but cannot produce the ovum, so the gamete is directly transferred into the fallopian tube, which leads to the fertilization inside the body itself. That means fertilization is in vivo, but yes, gametes are transferred because one cannot do so, or one is not capable in doing so. That is why. Right. So this is one condition. Another methodology that is there within this infertility program or within this ARTs, that is assisted reproductive technologies, is this intracytoplasmic sperm injection, that is ICSI. Again from the name, sperm is directly injected into the ovum in the laboratory, which leads to the ultimately fertilization process. Right. Another process that is there within this ART is AI, that is artificial insemination. So this is also again from the name itself, it is also clear what happens during this terminology or technology. So these are some of the ARTs or assisted reproductive technologies that are opted for those couples, or that I advise to those couples which are infertile or cannot lead to the okay. Now although there are several techniques, right, we have discussed several techniques as of now, but all these techniques require extremely high precision and handling by the expert professionals. That is why you need to consult an expert doctor in order to carry out these assisted reproductive technologies, okay, in order to aid the childbirth. So this is all regarding this particular chapter. We have come to an end. Now next session will be of question answer part, and as I have promised question and answers, I will discuss of both the chapters, that is of this reproductive health as well as the previous one, that is human reproduction. Okay, so we will meet in our next lecture with this question answer part. Till then, have a good day all of you. Take care, bye bye, thank you, and stay connected at the channel. And yes, if you have not subscribed the channel, do so, because question answers along with some important terminologies and facts, points that you must remember as per your exams and also for the competition level are going to come up on the channel very soon. Okay, so all the very best to you. Thank you, bye bye.